You know trust matters. You've said so many times. So why is your team still so careful with you? They're not dishonest, but they certainly are careful. They wait until they're very sure before they say anything. And that's why you hear about problems late, sometimes too late. Everyone is waiting for someone else to take the first risk. Before we're done, I'll give you one sentence that takes 5 seconds to say that can change the trust level in your teams. You've probably tried to build trust at an offsite, skip conversations, and by the following week, everyone was being careful with you once again. Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Broom. I've spent close to 50 years working with teams and their leaders to become stronger and more effective. Here's what's happening in that room where everyone is waiting. They're waiting to see whether it's safe to take the risk of going first. You're waiting for the same reason. It's a standoff. Your meetings don't look like a standoff because there's plenty going on. There are updates and a great deal of talking. Our problem is that the risk of going first isn't equal. If someone on your team speaks first and you dismiss them, they have to pay for it. If you admit your doubts and uncertainty, you may feel exposed, but you are still the leader. So because you have more power and less risk, your going first is what will work. When you share that you don't know, it becomes safer for everyone else to speak honestly. Someone always says trust takes time. I used to think that too. But trust doesn't take time. It's the standoffs that take time. And they don't end because time passes. They end because someone takes the risk. So why do leaders hesitate so long to go first? Almost every leader carries a picture of what a good leader looks like. They're certain, decisive, and steady when other people aren't. Some of that is genuinely the job of a leader. But going first means being exposed, at least briefly, that you're not that picture of what a leader should be. So you wait. It's a decision that never feels like a decision. Here's something to think about. When was the last time someone disagreed with you before they knew what you thought? If you can't remember, they're likely waiting for the cost of exposing their uncertainty to come down. Your team has a clear picture of who you're supposed to be, and they learned it from watching you. So consider going first in a way that changes how your team sees you. So before you speak, ask yourself, will what I say change how they see me? Some years ago, I was meeting a CEO for the first time. He was formal, stiff. Every answer was correct and about 6 words long. Behind him was a photograph of a large sailing boat. It clearly mattered to him, so I mentioned it. I got a short yes and nothing else. Now, what had I just done? I'd noticed something personal and shown interest. But I was still safely in the role of consultant, asking the questions and looking as though I knew what I was doing. None of it could have changed how he saw me. 2 men in a room, protecting their upstanding images of themselves. Finally, I said, "Are you as uncomfortable as I am?" He looked at me, smiled, and finally began to relax again for both of us. Just 7 words, nothing private, just an admission that I was uncomfortable. The last thing a consultant is to say in a first meeting. But it was the first thing I said that could have changed how he saw me. It began our real conversation. Most leaders hear that and think, I can do that. But here are 4 popular ways to appear to go first, while making the room even more careful than it was. There are ways of sharing information without sharing your uncertainty. There are ways of offering complete candor about the situation and completely nothing about our uncertainty. You can admit something that has been safely concluded. I used to struggle with that, and here's what I learned. That story leaves you looking wiser than before. You go first, but you've avoided any risk of exposing any bit of uncertainty. I watched a COO tell his team he was worried about the quarter. 11 people leaned in and listened. Then he said, "But we'll be fine." They all just sat back. He never realized that the way he shared his worry changed nothing at all. Some leaders ask everyone else to be candid while they just listen and nod. That isn't going first, it's grading. And the leader never looks uncertain. Each of those substitutes feel like something was shared. Each leaves a picture of you untouched. That's why a shallow first move is worse than none at all. It teaches everyone not to risk exposing too much. What works is simple. Acknowledge what you don't know. Ask a question you don't have an answer to, and be willing to truly consider, even be changed by the response you get. For example, "I'm not sure about this one. What do you think?" It's just 5 seconds, nothing private. But the room now knows you don't always know, and that you want to hear what they have to say. The 2 parts of the question matter. If you only disclose your uncertainty, the room will try to reassure you. Ask what they think, and you've given them some work instead. The first time I did this deliberately, 2 people spoke up who hadn't said anything all morning. Not to reassure me, but to disagree with me. That's what I was looking for. Here's a warning. If you have already decided what you're going to do not ask about that. Your team will hear the question as a test. What you do when someone answers your question matters most of all. Your response can deepen the trust or close it even further. Trust levels in teams get set early, and nobody needed to agree to it. When the level is set low, you never find out what you weren't told. You simply know less about your organization than you think you do. You protected your picture of a strong leader. And as long as you keep looking like that leader who's always certain, your team will rarely tell you the depth of what they know. In your next meeting, ask about one thing relevant to the task at hand that you genuinely don't know. Ask a question you don't already have answered. Then honor their responses with your genuine interest and appreciation. Leaders who can admit and share their uncertainty build stronger teams than leaders who always have to appear certain. Going first just may mean that you are a stronger leader than that picture you were taught. Please like and subscribe for more practical ways to help a team work better. See you next time.